bullet point is that last one. What does it say? No right or wrong, just you. Write this down. It's not wrong, it's just different. What you're about to realize is that Tara and I, our whys are totally different. Our brands are totally different, yet we're both successful coaches. What you have to know is your why, your brand is going to be totally different from the person next to you. But it's not wrong, it's just, I didn't hear you. It's not wrong, it's just different.
So as you can see, Allie and I, we used two snapshots that were our biggest likes on Facebook. And for me, mine had absolutely nothing to do with Beachbody. And for the most part, you're never gonna see a post like that of me. My husband has said multiple times, baby, you should probably do a workout and take a picture and post it because everyone else is getting a lot of likes. And I was like, well, I don't really like to work out all that much. So for me, I mean, I was 170 pounds at one point. I work out because I know I have to, but let's get real, I don't love it. So the people who know me, they know that. I'm cool with that, which is why in the beginning I had a snapshot of a 3-day cleanse. That's a routine for me every 3 months. My biggest post was my husband coming home just 4 weeks ago from Afghanistan. He was there for 11 months and we ended up getting over 2,500 likes, and that was because we're going to talk about this, tagging. We ended up tagging Wounded Warrior Foundation. One of his best friends that was on his team died a little over a year ago, and we wanted to honor Jeremy by doing for every like, we donate $1, and we tagged the Wounded Warrior Foundation. They accepted it, and we were able to donate a lot of Beachbody money in the cause of Jeremy serving our country. So my likes, when I get the most, is my family. And that means a lot to me because I know that they know that are following me what's important to me. So if I post a picture of my cute little 5-year-old Noah, dude, that kid blows it up more than anything I could put. I could get shredded, like have 8 abs, and post a picture of Noah and he'd be like, oh, 1,000 likes. And that's because that's what they want to see. They want to see my kids, they want to see my husband. But then you got Miss Allie over here doing some fitness squat, something like that, and she gets crazy likes. So we're going to talk about the difference between Allie's passion and mine. They're not different, but they work for both of us.
Yes. So what you guys have to realize is I wasn't and could not be an overnight fitness guru, but people follow me because of my dream. And my dream started in Texas. Hey. And I actually packed up everything I owned into a little Honda Civic, and I moved from Texas to Florida, where I now live, solely and completely because I wanted to make fitness my full-time job. I wanted Chalene Johnson, pause for effect, to be my boss. That's what I wanted. And I knew that Florida was in dire need. So I left everything I knew. I left my mom, my dad, I had to leave my dog with my parents. It was probably for the best. She was just a little yapper anyways. It's fine, it's fine. I definitely did not train her well, let's just put it that way. But I had to leave everything that I knew for my dream. People follow me because they want to watch my dream come true. I could post, don't take offense to this, babe, but say Britt and I were like, yeah, let's go to the bowling alley. I don't know, we don't go bowling much, do we? No? But nobody would care. Like, nobody would care if I was like, hey, let me go show you me being like normal and like playing putt-putt golf. Nobody cares. But if I post a picture of me getting to lead a workout to 1,000 people at Camp Dumore a couple days ago, my Facebook blew up. Like, blew up completely. If I post a picture like this of me teaching my very first Insanity class, because Florida's about to go off the chain, right? I had over 200 shares on that picture. I would never get shares if I posted a picture of me and my dog, or me and my husband, or me and my dad. It doesn't work like that because my You brand is my dream. And it is fitness. So sometimes people think, well, Allie's getting all these likes because she's posting pictures of her working out, so I'm gonna post pictures of me working out. And then you get like 2 likes. And you're like, why ain't this working? Because you're trying to take my brand and make it work for you. You're trying to take Tara's brand and make it work for you. And it won't until you completely own it for yourself.
Yeah, I saw a lot of coaches. I have predominantly a very big military team, And they're like, well, we see what's working for you. So they're like taking pictures of their husband like every day, like, baby smile, baby make a Shakeology, baby pet the kids. Like, you know, life. I'm like, oh, this works for Tara, but this isn't working for me. What are you doing? Like, well, for me, you know, in the beginning, I shared my why very early on, and that was to bring Adam home, retire him. And when we finally announced that that's happening, he picked up E7, but he can't pin it because he has a year left to resign, and he said, my wife's retiring me. So we've decided, you know, that's what we're doing. And now that people know that I've accomplished that, they've been following that why of mine for 2 years. They've been waiting for that day to happen for me to announce, you know, hey, Beachbody's bringing Adam home. So now when I post, you know, a picture of him walking the kids at the coffee shop, that blows up because he's home and that's what people want to see. So if you're a military spouse sitting out and you're like, I'm going to try and post a picture of my husband, it's probably not going to work unless your why that you've been sharing is to bring your husband home, and then sure, yeah, that could be huge for you. As long as that's what your why is and that's your brand, that means something to you, that gut feeling we talk about, you know, that kind of makes you sick, then yeah, post away with that. But another little tip we want to plug in with social media. So when you guys are running your challenge groups, you know, you guys are trying to get people engaged, you guys have your prospects following you, don't tag your upline when you do your challenges, because that's not going to get you any people. What that does is that gets you on your uplines page, or that gets you on your team's page, but we're trying to run our own challenge groups too. So most of the time, we want our content on our timeline, just like we want you to have your content on your timeline. So the things that you would tag your upline or your team on, or a challenger lost 30 pounds, or you maybe got your biggest Beachbody paycheck. But just remember, when you're trying to recruit people into your new challenge groups, don't tag anyone besides your actual prospects. People that you know are kind of following you. Maybe they're like, oh, check back with me in 2 weeks. Tag those people when you're running challenge groups.
And notice our common thread, as we get ready to go into this, is that we share our heart with our people. They know where we are, and that is why we attract followers.
Yeah, absolutely. So, social media, man, how many of you literally are like, okay, I'm gonna get on social media, I'm gonna have Facebook 9 o'clock. I'm not gonna spend more than an hour, and you look at the clock and it's 1 o'clock. Raise your hand, have you done that? I'm not kidding you, I looked at the clock, I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. Who was I talking to? You just lose track of time. So one of my biggest tips, another shameless plug that I learned from my fabulous BFF, Rachel Luna. She wrote a book called Successful People Are Full of Crap. It's not what you think. But she made Amazon's bestsellers list. So this girl, I pick her brain anytime I can. And I was a hot mess. She'd come to my house like, girl, we gotta fix this. So my biggest thing was time management. And I'm like, how do you keep it together? You've got all these clients that you're doing life coaching with. And she's like, Acuity scheduling. Get on it. Write that down. Acuity scheduling. It's ACUITY scheduling.com. It is free, but if you want to purchase, I think it's range 10, 15 bucks. $10 if you want to have the text messages auto go out to your people for appointment reminders. So what I do with this, is that a question? Oh, of course. ACUITY scheduling.com. So what I do with this is I have a drop-down box that I have created for my business opportunity calls. I do this for 30 minutes. I have my power calls with my downline that I personally run once a quarter, and that's open to anyone in my downline. I say, okay guys, it's the new quarter. Anybody who wants a call with me and you're in my downline, schedule it. This is when I'm available. You get your own little personalized link. So when you give that out to someone, they literally see your calendar of availability. What I have blocked out, I am not available. If you message me and Allie's like, hey girl, can I fly to Japan and see you tomorrow? Check my schedule. If it's not there and there's not an appointment to book, no, I would make time for her. But if I had to check my schedule, you know, you drop down and it's not there and they're like, but Tara, I need to talk to you tomorrow. It's really important. I don't know if Shakeology contains GMOs and someone's asking me. Well, if I don't have an appointment for that, then you can't schedule one. Google it. So I use this on Facebook for my business prospects. You know, like, I'd love to be a coach. I want to learn so much about this. I don't really feel that there's a lot of personal touch to back and forth Facebook messaging. For me, I do really well with getting on the phone with someone. So I say, I'm so excited that you want to join my team. Here's my personal link to schedule an appointment with me. Go ahead and book a business opportunity schedule, what goes to your time zone, and I'd love to chat with you. Also, when they book an appointment, you can have forms that you create. And I ask questions. I say, why do you want to be a Beachbody coach? Do you want to do this just for a discount? Do you want to do part-time, full-time? What are your fitness goals? There's a lot of questions that I ask personally. You guys can, again, brand this to you. Make it what you want to know about them. But you can do so many things with it to keep yourself on track. The next one, leave a question at the end of all of your statuses on Facebook. I do this because I feel it engages my people. It feels like, I ask them something and they all answer me. So I'm getting a lot of comments, I'm learning about my followers, and it's engaging. It's not me just writing a status and there's like crickets. It's like, oh, nobody's there. But don't feel bad if you write your first one, you ask a question and nobody answers, because that happened like the first 15 times for me. Create an interest list. So this is like the Mac Daddy of all of my tips.
Write this down, people.
I like blew Allie's mind. I was like, Allie, you're not doing this? Okay. On Facebook, so I'm talking about, you waste all this time in your news feed, then going through and you're like, oh, Sally from the 3rd grade just bought a dog. You don't need to know those things. So what you do on Facebook, you go to your settings.
Write this down.
There is a place called interest list. You create your own interest list. I have one for my personally downline coaches. I have one for my prospects. I have one for my mom, because otherwise she gets really upset if I don't like her stuff. So I have stuff for all of my people, and I schedule a time on Acuity. Okay, Tara, you got an appointment for yourself. You can block out times when you're available. You're gonna spend 30 minutes on Facebook going through your interest list. So I go see what my mom's doing, I go see what my sister's doing, I go to my downline coaches, I go to my prospects. And the thing I love about this is your prospects feel like you're watching them. They're like, oh, I don't have time for this challenge right now. I'm so sorry, check back with me in 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, every day I'm like.
Yeah, because those lists, okay, so get this. You wanna know why it blew me out the water? Because you forget who's your prospects. Anybody forget? Anybody like, oh heck, where'd they go? What was that person's name? I don't know. When you meet them, you put them in this prospect list. So the only people you see on your news feed are your prospects. Holy crap balls.
Yeah, so you choose who you want to see. So you're scrolling and that's all you see and you like. And I've had people message me and they're like, and I sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm aimlessly liking. I'm just like, drinking my Shakeology, like. And I had people message me and they're like, all right, Tara, I get it. I see what you're doing. You're liking all my posts.